Hi, this is Matthew Kammerer, broker of 5 Star Property Management here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We often get questions about what the eviction process is like here now that the law has changed a couple months back. So I wanted to go through that for you. So I just grabbed a calendar here this month, September 2019. The first thing you're going to want to consider about the eviction process is when does your grace period end? So you cannot file a pay or quit notice until the expiration of your grace period. So, for us, we're like many other companies where, we have these few days grace period and then late fees start on the 4th. That's when you can actually start your filing. So I'm going to run through a situation as if you were running things perfectly and just show you what that looks like. Real world courts and constables and all that don't run perfect, but I will say they do try. So anyway, so we can't really file the 7-day pay or quit. It used to be a 5-day in Nevada. Now it's a 7-day and it's 7 judicial days. So let's go through this. So here's day 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's skip the weekend. 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can see we're already on to the 12th. Now, if there were a holiday in here, we'd already be on to the 13th. But anyway, we're on to the 12th. So then the next day we can file for the actual eviction. We can file the 5-day unlawful detainer posting for the actual eviction. So this period up here, let me go back for the 7-day, the tenant can bring in the funds and we have to accept it. Beyond that, we do not. So, from here we file the eviction and they do get their 5 days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In that time period, the tenant does have the right to petition with the court to request a hearing to discuss why or dispute the eviction. So right. So let's say in that time period, let's say actually let's run through it first without that. So all right, we go through that and that does not happen. Tenant doesn't contest it. They know they didn't pay their rent. Okay. So now the court will forward the documents to the constable and the constable will go and post the notice. So realistically, they could be posting it here, probably more likely here. Then they have 24 to 36 hours that they would go back to formally remove the tenant. So you're looking at pretty much the end of the month, because if you just had 1 day lost in there, you're on the 30th. So if we go back up here and we say we're back to the 5-day unlawful detainer, and let's say the tenant does dispute it. So then they have a few more days to get a court date. And let's say they don't show up to court, because that would be the most likely outcome, or try to come to court and request that we accept partial payments, which we do not, and we would not advise that in most circumstances. So we come through here, then again back to judge makes a ruling. Although if it gets in front of a judge, they might say, all right, we'll give you a couple extra days, we'll give you through the weekend. Then you've got if they don't comply, the constable coming out, and then a few more days there. So it could be, optimally 4-week process to 30-day process. But if there's any hiccups at all, it could stretch out another week, maybe a week and a half on the long side. So that's what it looks like here. Another change is that, let's say you have a tenant that's moving out and you just want to give them a 30-day no cause, everything's good, you want to sell the home, something like that. You want to move back into it, whatever it is. Nothing wrong, just want to retake possession of the property at the end of the lease. As long as you think that you can take possession of the property back without them holding over, meaning them staying on the property longer than they're allowed, you could just send them a written, a normal notice. But if it's going to be attached to an eviction, possibly, you have to send the processing through a process server, attorney, or the constable's office. So you would go through that 30-day process and then start, let's say the person doesn't move out, then you would start the unlawful detainer up here. You have your 5 days and then either go to court or have the constable lock them out. So it's not quite as simple as some people make it out to be online, but in any event, we're versed in this. We deal with it all the time. If you'd like to discuss this a little bit more, feel free to call my office. Our phone number is 702-852-2852. Again, 702-852-2852, or feel free to go poke around on our website, and that's 5starpm.com. That's spelled out FIVESTARPM.com. Thanks for watching.